People always think that volleyball is actually quite chill. Like, they say like volleyball is just a more intense version of don't let the balloon touch the floor, that kind of thing.
How is volleyball chill?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it's a full body workout. You need to stay low, you need to jump, you need to like use all your small muscles that you won't even use in your daily life. So one of the biggest myths that I think is super duper wrong, right? Is that only tall people can play volleyball.
It's like they say only tall people can play basketball.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Okay. If you can work hard and you can achieve your goal, then anyone can play the game. The coaches always tell me like you are the control tower of the team. Like even if the whole team qua, you cannot qua. That kind of thing. Ultimately, I think other than winning, right, like sports is also a place where you meet new people, you make friends, make connections. Yeah, so this kind of like friendships I value also lah. A lot of things that you need to sacrifice, but if you really have the passion and you think it's worth it, then go for it.
Welcome to Youth Tea Party, the show where we spill the tea on all things youth. We are not a political party, we have no interest in running for office. Today's episode is one that I am genuinely quite excited about because I really love sport and I really love elite sport. Nice enough to have Yao Yi from the Singapore women's volleyball team to come and join us. I really want to enjoy today's conversation. I want to slowly talk, slowly find out, slowly learn more from you. Welcome, Yao Yi. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Before volleyball, right? I just want to talk a bit of TMI with you.
Okay.
When was the last time you cried and why?
Last time I cried because of ball or
Doesn't matter.
Anything? Actually, I think it's quite recent. On my recent trip, like if you see on my Instagram, actually that trip was quite stressful. Although it was like a trip that is just for us to go out to get exposure lah. Yeah, but actually two of my teammates got injured at the second match. Yeah. So then after that, like the team morale was quite down. Then a bit hard to get everyone up again lah. Yeah. So I think as a setter who is a position that don't really win points. Yeah. So it's a bit hard to get everyone fired up.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a bit...
you want to take the game by the horns also a bit hard lah. I see.
Yeah, so it was a bit stressful, a bit suffocating, I would say. Yeah. So because of that, I got a bit
emotional.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about this one. So it's just my personal curiosity.
Okay.
Have you ever been smashed in the face with a volleyball?
Of course. If you never get smashed before, I don't think you're a volleyballer.
How does it feel? Like seriously?
I think at that second you don't really feel it. But after that, when the rally ends, right, then you start like feeling embarrassed. Then you start feeling the tingling pain. Then everything hits you at one shot. Yeah.
But during the point is adrenaline, you have to continue, right?
Yeah,
in that sense, right?
correct.
Well, that's really interesting.
Okay, but one funny story is during a training camp in Thailand, right? I got hit in the forehead. But then the ball went up nicely, so I had to continue the rally. Then after the rally, everybody died laughing.
Okay. But forehead is okay, lah.
Yeah. Not the features, lah. Yeah.
If it's like your eyes or your nose, or
then they want pain.
It's really damn jialat.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go straight into volleyball, lah. I cannot wait. Very excited.
Okay.
I want to ask you a philosophical question.
Okay.
Yeah, because I always believe, right, as elite athletes, right, you all have to really understand the philosophy of the game also. It's not just being very good technically at something or like being very fit, but you need to understand the game, right? What kind of game is volleyball?
Yeah, I think fundamentally, I explain the basics first. Basically, it's a 6-person sport. Like 6 person on court at one goal. So you can only have 3 touches. Then you cannot hit the ball into the net or out ball or you serve into the net. So all these will like lose a point. Then there's one court that splits into 2 sides. So the ball is played over the net. Then there's a rotation system whereby there's front row players and back row players. So the back row players cannot breach that rule. So they cannot attack from the front row.
I didn't know that. That one I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, so like the typical 3 touches in one rally would be the receive or defend, then the set, and then the spike. So when the opponent spike, you can do a block, and once you block, right, that one touch is actually not considered as like one of the 3 touches. So you can touch and then you have 3 more plays. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's the gist of the game.
Sure.
I think actually volleyball is quite a thinking game. When you want to spike a ball, right, you can see where are the loopholes. Then you attack that loophole. Or like when you do a block, right, there's not just the kill block where like you monster block, you shut down people. But there's also the soft block where like you get the ball up so that your own people can defend. So it's actually a lot of thinking and collaborating with your own teammates and like having chemistry is very important.
It's really so many elements to think about
Yeah,
at one
correct.
go. So
yeah.
as a setter, for example, because you always have to find yourself in and around the net, right? In a way, right? So if let's say you happen to be dragged out of position to defend at the back, means you have to cover a lot more ground to get back to the front.
Yeah.
Quite strong like that.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah, that's why I think like people always think that volleyball is actually quite chill. Like, you know, they say like volleyball is just a more intense version of don't let the balloon touch the floor, that kind of thing.
How is volleyball chill?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think like compared to things like soccer, basketball, they cover the whole court, but ours is like a smaller court, like technically half the court. So people don't think of it that way. But honestly, it's a full body workout. You need to stay low, you need to jump, you need to like use all your like small muscles that you won't even use in your daily life. Yeah, so it's quite a really intense workout like every training.
Yeah. So that brings me to the next question, right? Which I think you kind of already answered, right? Which is what's the biggest myth you think that people perpetuate about volleyball?
So one of the biggest myths that I think is super duper wrong, right? Is that only tall people can play volleyball.
It's like they say only tall people can play basketball.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if you are tall, okay, good for you. Maybe you need to like use less energy to jump to that certain height.
Yeah.
But if you are short and you can train your vert, then I mean, of course you can play, right? It's just that like whether you can match the timing to get the same height, to the same height as the taller players. Yeah. So I think like, I mean, if you can work hard and you can achieve your goal, then anyone can play the game. Yeah.
Interesting. How did you get into volleyball? Like, when was the first time you encountered volleyball?
P2.
P2
Yeah.
Is this like what, PE, that kind of what?
No, actually, because my brother is 2 years older than me, right? Then he had to choose CCA in primary school. So he chose volleyball for some reason. Yeah, then he got lonely, he got no one to play with. Then he don't want to play with the wall, so he taught me how to play. Yeah, so then after that I learned. Then I also joined volleyball in primary school.
So there was volleyball in your primary school?
Yeah, so I played all the way until now.
At what point, right, do you realize that, hey, I'm actually quite good at this? Or do you never have that feeling, That's the thing. Yeah, at what point?
In secondary school, like when I went for trials, then just so happened that we were switching around playing different positions. Yeah, so when I got to play setter, then the coach kind of saw value in me. Yeah, so then he like trained me to become a setter. So from secondary school onwards, I played setter. From then on, then like when we go out for local competitions, B div, C div. Yeah, then I mean, I do hear people say like, the setter not bad, that kind of thing. Yeah. So that was when like, okay, I guess.
Not bad. Yeah, but I mean, also pressurizing, right?
Yeah, of course.
People have high expectations of you.
Yeah. Then it's like, it feels like every match you have to do well. If not, people will be like, I thought she very good one, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So, at which point did the national team come knocking?
When I was in Sec 4.
Oh, so when you were in JC, you were already in the national team. Okay. Tell me about the national team call up or this or that. How do you get scouted? Do you go and trial or what happened?
Yeah, I went for trials. Then that period of time, because it's secondary 4, right? So there's this thing called the combined school team.
Yes.
Whereby like secondary school players and JC players that are playing. Yeah, so for that one, I went for the trials. Then I got in. So after that, I represented Singapore schools. Like not Singapore but Singapore schools. To go and play ASEAN school games. Yeah, so that year 2016 that was just 1 year. Then after that, because of O-levels, then I paused. Yeah, but after that, because JC, right, so I also took a break. Then after JC, then I got back to national team through trials also.
Wait, so when you officially joined, you were already part of the national team per se, or were you part of the youth team, or were you part of the Singapore schools team? What?
When I first joined, it was the Singapore schools team.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's like the junior one. Yeah.
Then you had to go up to the youth team.
Yeah, in 2019, when I trial again, I got into the youth team.
Okay.
Yeah, then after that, because like, setter is quite like sought after position. Yeah, so then I got promoted to the senior team.
Actually, why is it a sought after position? As in, just curious.
Cause like in volleyball, right, spikers is usually easier to find because you just need to get the timing, the jumps, then it's easier to spike lah. But for setter, I think the technical stuff is one thing, but then the mindset as a setter is very hard to come by also. Yeah, because setter usually, right, when in my career, right, when I started as a setter, the coaches always tell me like, you are the control tower of the team. Like even if the whole team kwa, you cannot kwa. That kind of thing. Yeah, so like it's a lot of pressure, then a lot of thinking, a lot of strategic plays.
I see.
Yeah, because you are the one organizing the attacks of the team.
I see. Yeah. The intel hero. That kind.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone to be the strength.
Yeah, because I mean, it looks fancy, everybody was just like, wow, the spike, but nobody really like talks about the setter.
That's true. So the setter is almost like the playmaker lah.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
that's really interesting. Okay, so then when did you officially debut for the full women's national team?
Debut, I would say. Let me think about it. It was quite late because before that, in 2019, we went for one comms lah, but I didn't really play because like it's been 1 month since I joined the senior squad.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So then after that, COVID happened. Then we didn't go out lah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So we trained all the way until like 2022.
Yeah.
When I went for exchange. So like the team went out for competition, but I didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I came back. Then we went for qualifiers for SEA Games in Indonesia lah. Yeah. So that was my first debut, I would say.
That was
international.
last year.
2022. So 2 years ago.
Yeah, anyway, you're still very young, ma. Still got a lot. How old is the oldest player in the squad now?
Now is 25.
Okay.
No, 29.
29.
Yeah.
And you got many years to go, no problem.
The body must be able to take it, I know.
That's true.
Yeah.
To me, elite athletes, right, really have the winner's mentality. Like I think about people like Rafael Nadal, for example, tennis, right? One of the reasons why I think Nadal is so strong, right, is because of his mentality. Like really you can dig in, right, and continue to fight even when things are not going that way. So that's to me very important mentality, right? How do you define winner's mentality? Do you think you have the winner's mentality?
For me, I think to some extent, yes. Yeah, I mean definitely like if not how can I become an elite athlete, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like really winning a game, right, I would say I think volleyball is a bit challenging to only think about winning. Yeah. Like as much as we want to win, right? But there's a lot of different factors that can affect how we play as a team.
Yeah.
And like every day the players are of different conditions.
Yeah.
So everybody has to help cover each other. So instead of just winning, I think it's more of like collaborating. Yeah, with each other, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and coming together to help the team like perform better as a whole.
Yeah. No, but I think if you can really think like that, then I think it shows maturity lah. And I think it's good. No, I really think it's good because at the end of the day, when you are in a sport, you want to win, of course.
Yeah,
right?
of
But
course.
I think most importantly, you want to grow lah. You want to find meaning in your sport.
Yeah.
And one of the most meaningful things in sport is your friends, your teammates, right?
Yeah.
Because you all really share a lot together.
Yeah, really blood, sweat, tears together.
Yeah, correct lor. So when say for example when you lose a game, right? Like, do you have any memory of like something memorable? When you lost a game or a competition, like how did you feel?
I think when we lose a game personally, I will like reflect on what went wrong, what could have been better. Then because we usually record videos of our games lah, so we will review the videos together sometimes. Yeah, then we can discuss like what's wrong, what can be better, and then also other people can tell you their opinion lah. So yeah, other than the coaches playing a part, I think among players also we help each other along.
Personally for you, what do you think you're lacking most now, right, in your volleyball?
Actually, I think both physical and mental aspects I need to work on.
Okay,
yeah, like
maybe if you had to pick
just one
strong aspect, yeah.
Well, I think I would say mental.
Okay.
Yeah, because like as a setter, right, when I set balls, then I see my spikers get blocked, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it's a pressure to me because I didn't bluff the blockers enough to get them one less block.
Understand.
Yeah. So that kind of pressure to me is quite hard to get rid of lah. Yeah, especially because we don't get enough exposure to really play against all the international players often.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we train in Singapore, right, we are only playing against ourselves. So we feel like, oh, we are doing not bad lah. I can like bluff our own blockers ma. Yeah, but then when we go international, they are like way more experienced. They train way harder than us, way more than us. Yeah. Because they are mostly professional athletes lah. So they train like maybe 3 times a day. Yeah. Yeah. Then we train like very little compared to them already lah. Yeah. So the amount of experience, the techniques are quite different. Yeah. So for me, I would say like knowing how to handle that pressure and what to do in that kind of situation. Yeah, I need to work on that lah.
Yeah, but the problem with that, right, is that it can only come with experience.
Yeah,
there's no way to train that one.
That's why.
There's no way. You cannot suddenly train my mentality.
Yeah.
It's the more you play, the more you get exposed, right? Then your body and your mind will gradually train itself.
Yeah.
That's the saddest thing about this kind of problem, is experience problem. Okay, so I want to ask about a typical week, especially when it's like high season for y'all. Say like you go competition and this and that. What does the typical calendar look like?
For the national team now we train 4 times a week. Okay. Yeah, so 3 ball sessions, then 1 gym. Okay. Yeah, which is very little compared to other countries really lah. Who are professional athletes, they train 3 times a day, then maybe like gym in that day also. Yeah. Yeah. the 4 days a week, right, although it sounds little, right, but actually for Singaporeans it's a lot already lah. Because like most people have their own commitments, obviously. Yeah, your school, then work. I mean, even if you say students, right, they might have more flexibility in terms of time, but after school they still have to do their work.
Actually, students quite strong.
Yeah,
but
it's
then
strong.
working also strong.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really very strong. So, what do you think can be improved pragmatically?
I think let's not talk about the physical traits wise. We are of course shorter, slower and whatnot. But I feel like with the right mindset, at least we can do better than what we are doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, because for me, right, my experience is that SEA Games last year, SEA Games 2023, we actually did pretty well for like what we usually train, our standard as compared to Southeast Asia lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that comes from like really the team effort. Everybody commits for training, everyone's present, everyone has the same goal. Then we all really work towards that one goal. Yeah, so I think that was probably like the biggest factor that helped us to achieve what we achieved lah. Although like 5th out of 8 countries is like not the best, but
no lah. But you have like you said, it's a growth journey. You have to be realistic. You cannot be you straight away go 1-2 times.
Suddenly qualify, then you'll be a champion.
You have to be realistic,
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so first of all, congratulations. It's good to know that you all had a positive outcome, right? And you said that individually and the people in the team really committed, and that's great.
Yeah.
But how about structurally, institutionally? Like what do you think you all need help with?
I think like in Singapore, it's a bit hard to get the support that we need to perform well in sports lah. It's like, I feel like it's a vicious cycle. So like the country expects you to do well before they want to invest in you. But without the investment, we don't have the resources to do well. Like, for example, trainers, like rehab, physiotherapists, and like nutritionists even. Yeah, like this kind of thing, I think it really contributes to like building ourselves to be fit for the game lah. But we don't really get this kind of support, at least for volleyball lah. I don't know about other sports. Yeah. So like without this kind of thing and without a good pipeline and coaching system, like everything just contributes to like why we are in a bottleneck now in terms of international volleyball.
Yeah. Actually use the word pipeline a lot, but I really agree that youth, especially in sport, is super important because the 12 to 16 especially, right, is so important for the development. Once you are like 19, 20, 21, right, your development really rapidly decreases. Right? The diminishing returns lah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so it's really, really super important. So in fact, right, like you said, in Japan, right, the high school or even the middle school competitions are so intense. They're so intense to the point, right, it's like people really take it super seriously. Yeah. But for ours, maybe, our B div, C div, A div, it needs to be maybe professionalized a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So far, what has been your most memorable moment playing for Singapore?
Most memorable moment?
Can be memorable for any reason.
I would say SEA Games lah.
Okay.
Yeah, like in our last 2 matches, right, we were fighting for placing because obviously the first few rounds was like with the stronger teams lah. So after that, we had to fight for the semi-finals to play for 5th, 6th position. Yeah, so in that 2 matches, we played Myanmar and Malaysia. Yeah, then that 2 matches, we played 5 sets for both. Yeah, so those matches actually, it was a bit like roller coaster lah. So some sets we did well, some sets we lost. Yeah, but I think what really struck me was when like one of my teammates, she just asked like 有没有要不要, that kind of thing. That's like at that point everybody know what she was talking about lah. Then it just somehow like make the mood better. So it brought everyone together. Then we were all screaming, even with the coaches, we were all screaming 有没有要不要. Yeah, then we went in, we really played well. Okay. Yeah, so after that, then we won both of the matches. Yeah, because of that one line. Yeah,
so sometimes again, right, it's like culture law, right? Because this is almost like a secret code word, right? Between it's a culture, it's an identity kind of thing. So I really think if the team culture is very strong, right, that's half the battle won.
Yeah.
So you are the current vice captain of the team.
Yeah.
Okay. How much additional pressure is that? Like, what other things do you have to do?
As a vice captain, like admin stuff aside, I think like holding yourself up to be a role model for the rest of them really like takes a toll lah, I would say. Yeah, because like especially when my position is a setter who already is like under pressure, right? Then I still have to keep up their vice captain and help people around me and to take lead at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it doesn't come naturally from me.
Okay.
Yeah, because my character is quite introverted.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm not really the type to like go around like saying things to everybody lah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think for me, I do more like action based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like encouraging in terms of like, you know, like tap hands, like yeah, I don't know, egging people on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vice captain is coach choose one or voted?
Coach choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a really strong affirmation lah from your coaches. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Did they make the right choice lah?
I guess I hope so.
I'm sure they did lah. I'm sure they did. Okay. How was playing for NUS like for you, knowing that you were already a national player? Yeah.
Oh, I think playing for NUS was just more shag than like proud lah, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, cause like it's just additional things that I have to balance ma.
Yeah.
Like on top of national team training, I have to be at NUS training.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Also, you go to NUS training also.
when I can lah.
Wow,
Yeah.
shag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if the training days don't clash and if my
Okay.
body can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then but I think one thing good that comes out of it is that I meet a new group of people. Lor. Yeah, because usually the national team, right, is like you train with the same people for quite a number of years. Yeah. Then school team every year comes and goes ma. Yeah. So that different group of players with different skill sets, different mentality and different characters, I think that is like the plus point of having different teams to play in. Lor. Yeah, because ultimately I think other than winning, right, like sports is also a place where you meet new people, you make friends, make connections. Yeah, so this kind of like friendships I value also lah.
But I think I'm more interested in like it's like national team training, then IVP training, and then you still have your own social life, I hope. And then you still have to deal with your school and everything. How? Yeah, seriously, how?
Yeah, good question. How?
But you survive, you're alive now.
I mean, at that point in time, I didn't quite survive lah. I was like a bit on zombie mode every day. Yeah, so like it was just a routine. Go to school, maybe doze off in class. Then after that, after school, we eat a bit. Then do work, go for project meetings. Then wait for time to pass. Then go for training. Yeah. So like every day is just that routine. Then you get home late, like you have to wake up early again. Yeah. Then for my course, right, because like it's a smaller cohort, so we don't have different lecture slots to choose. So it's all the like that fixed lecture slot. Yeah. So if it's like 8 a.m, then GG.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Or like Friday nights, that kind. Then
That's really,
no social life.
That's really damn shit.
Yeah.
Then, were there times that you just felt like, hey, forget it lah?
Yeah. Of course have.
But you never gave up lah.
I mean, passion lor. Like personally, I feel like I enjoy playing at the national level.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I like the thrill of it, and it's something that I cannot really get when I play locally lah. Yeah.
If you could do something different, right, in your journey from when you started until now, what would be the one thing you would change or do something differently?
I would have worked harder when I was younger lah. When I first got exposed to international volleyball. Yeah, so when I first joined national team basically, because that was when I first picked up like how to play like quick balls, short balls. Yeah, so I think like if I could change right how I learned and my mindset in terms of being a national team setter, I think it would have helped me a lot in my current career lah. Yeah, because like although I'm like so-called the main team setter now, but then I feel like I'm lacking a lot in terms of thinking as a setter still. Yeah, like when I look at international players, right, wow, their thinking is so different. Like their strategies, the way they make plays. Yeah, I think there's like so much to learn, but I don't know where to start now. You know, like now that I'm so far in already. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And I have a lot of respect for you because, like you say, like you're already the national team kind of main setter, right? But to you, that's not the benchmark. The benchmark has to be somewhere out there, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then sometimes you also, like you say, like you don't know what you don't know also.
Yeah,
like,
correct.
It's like, what do I do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone out there has any
tips,
solutions for Yao Yi. Any connections? Connect her with some international coach lah.
Yeah, international setters.
Yeah, or international setters. If any international setters watch this, please help her out lah. Help her.
Yeah. Send help.
Send help. SOS, send help. This is a cry for help.
Yeah.
I want to thank you again for coming.
No worries.
I genuinely enjoyed this conversation. I think this is one of the conversations that is so important for Singapore. Because sport is so important. And at the end of the day, after decades and decades of talking, I still think a lot more can be given to sport in Singapore.
Definitely.
From the youngest and the lowest level all the way to the highest level. To end off, if you had some words of advice or a tip for people who want to go through the same thing as you, right? So like young females out there who want to or have the opportunity to pursue a professional sport. Do you have any tips and advice for them?
I think the main thing is that you need to have a passion for the sport to begin with. Yeah. As long as you have the passion, I think you like a lot of things will be in place. Like you will have the urge to want to do well. You will have the urge to want to better yourself in terms of fitness. Then you have the mindset that you need to commit to the sport. Yeah. So I think like a lot comes from passion itself. So if you have the passion, then by all means go and join the sport that you want to play. Like regardless of at what level, I think you can slowly work your way to the national team if you really have the tenacity to. Yeah. But then one thing to note would be that you really have to sacrifice a lot. Like, yeah, nothing comes for free, obviously. Yeah. And it's not always like sunshine and roses, you know. Yeah, there are always times where like you have to give up going out with your friends or like even eating dinner with your family. Like I think in 1 week, I pretty much only eat dinner with my family on one day. Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices. Then for your schoolwork, your work itself, like you have to take time out of your work and your school time to go training. Then maybe sometimes if there's deadlines, that's like urgent stuff to do, then you still have to come home from training and then do those things. Yeah, so you really lack of sleep You don't really have like the time to eat even. Yeah, then you don't have time for yourself, don't have time for your friends. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to sacrifice. But if you really have the passion and you think it's worth it, then go for it.
Yeah, I would like to second what you said, right? Because I think passion alone is not enough. It's the discipline.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are very passionate about sport and they play, but they never ever improve that after years and years, right? But I think it's the one to improve, the reflexiveness to say, oh, I'm not good at this. And to accept it, right? To accept it. Sometimes, you know, you it's better to reach deep down inside yourself and say, I'm actually not very good at this part of the sport or this or that.
Yeah.
And you just have to accept it, then you have to go and find ways to improve. Yeah, it's really not easy, and it's crazy to balance sport at a professional level and then still work a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
very.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I really hope you continue doing Singapore proud. You know, I think our athletes are all very important. They really inspire more people than you know. I would say. Genuinely, I think so. So keep it up.
Thank you.
And also for those watching, keep it up.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying with us all this time. Please continue to like, share and subscribe as we continue to grow bigger and hopefully invite more busy people to come and share and their experiences and spill some tea with us. All right, take care. Adios.